everybody. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're Daniel and Jordan.
Daniel. They couldn't come up with the name, so they went with their own names. But that's the way our heroes roll, and it's gonna be okay. So sit back and enjoy it. Let's welcome Daniel and Jordan. What had to rhyme? The Daniel and Jordan Show.
Welcome back to the show, and happy Father's Day. It is Sunday, but when you hear this, it's going to be Thursday. Happy Father's Day to each and every single one of you, and welcome back to the greatest show on the internet. Good morning, Mr. Jordan.
Good morning, Daniel. Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You've been calling me daddy for how many years? It's been a while.
This body's your gift.
I'm telling you, I'm excited. As Jordan always says, I'm a lucky man.
These fragile bones are yours, buddy.
Man, what a week it's been. I'm excited to tell you a couple things throughout the week this week.
Okay.
But bachelor party yesterday?
Yeah, we had a bachelor party, and I'm 34, so I refused all the drinks. Right?
I'm impressed.
I was offered plenty of times, multiple drinks bought for me that I did not participate in. So I was the party pooper.
And I know the guys, so clearly for him to say no, I know how pressing they were.
Yeah. So the temptation was there, but we went to the casino in town, which is a little sadder than I thought it would be.
Have you never been?
I hadn't been to the one here.
Oh, it's pathetic.
It's sad.
Have you been to the one in Evansville? Like where the boat, they used to call it the boat.
I've only been to one in Memphis. That one was sad. They're all sad, right?
Yeah.
All casinos. It's just kind of sad.
The one in Memphis, or not Memphis, but the one in Evansville that's like on the river is like, there's actually people playing cards and the blackjack, like in the movies, it's like 27 black, spin it, and the ball's got to do its thing.
Yeah.
All these are machines. The one at the Mint.
Oh, yeah.
The
It's
ones
all
here.
slots. There's no
cards.
There's no rich people.
There's no like true gambling, It's more like you're at Mr. Gaddy's for adults, and if you strike gold, great. And if not, you're like, I just wasted all this money on this video game.
I threw $20 in a slot machine and won $5.
Oh.
And I said, I'm out, baby.
Oh, wait. So you won
immediately. I won
immediate.
$5.
So you walked away with 25.
25, baby.
Hey, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
One time me and Whitney went, we got invited, mom invited us. We're like, $100.
Yeah.
Call it a night. And we didn't win nothing. And we never went back.
That you don't have a problem.
No. And honestly, it wasn't that fun to me. Like, it was just.
Well, yeah, because you didn't win. If you had won, though.
I
will say, when I hit the big win on the slot machine and it starts counting up how much you're winning, but it doesn't tell you when it's going to stop. So you're sitting there and
it is exciting.
Your dopamine's just dropping the whole time watching it rise and rise all the way to $12 is what I won at a time. It was pretty addicting. That's a big win. $12.
What are you going to do with your prize winnings?
We went to the casino on the cruise ship last year.
Oh, nice.
And we went down there, and one of the guys we were with plays blackjack, and he's trying to memorize all what to do. It's like the cheat code to win blackjack. He's trying to memorize all the percentages. And so I sat down with them, and I was like, all right, I'll play. And so I was like, I'll hop in for $20. And they're like, well, it's like a minimum of 100. And I was like too embarrassed to just be like, well, forget it. So I put it down. I ended up winning money, though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Luckiest boy in the world.
So how does blackjack work again?
You're trying to get 21.
21. See, that's easy.
Yeah.
If you can add.
Yeah.
I'd have to have my phone out. Do they allow that?
Actually, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They look at you. I mean, for the amount of money I'm
so
playing
many
with,
cards.
they'll let me do anything, right? They ain't losing money to me.
You just let them in.
Just let them.
Let's take this guy's money.
Yeah, give us some free chicken tenders or something.
Oh, my God. That's funny. But so what time did y'all call it a night?
They left my place around 1:30. So
that's not
too
bad.
bad. Yeah, we try to do some music at my house, try to make a little music together. And yeah.
Which, if you guys ever get an opportunity, you got to check the Side Boys out. It's some funny stuff.
Side Boys on Spotify. We've been there for years. You've been missing us.
Yeah. They got some funny stuff. If you're into humor and good sense of humor, because you're tuned into the show and you're along with us this far, check out the side
No
boys.
children in the room, please.
Definitely no children. Do y'all have any videos? Because the jumpsuits are funny.
Actually, I think we've got a couple videos, but
Not on YouTube or anything.
But yeah, it was just that time area where you didn't record everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Sadly, so
that would have been some viral content.
yeah, probably. Yeah, not in the good way, probably either. I got a story real quick. So last week, Kaney was at the mall shopping, and I was working. I work at the mall, and she called me, and she was in Old Navy, and she was trying on clothes in the dressing room. And she called me to tell me that she had just pissed herself in the dressing room, all over these sweatpants that she was trying on.
Oh, no.
And a puddle on the floor that she used those sweatpants to clean the puddle of piss up with.
So it wasn't just like a dribble.
No, she pissed. It didn't stop till it was,
How? What?
That's what I
The
thought.
bathrooms are right across the damn.
Is this an older woman thing?
Yeah.
They just can't control their
Usually
bladders?
that happens after you give
That's what
childbirth.
I thought, right? Because it loosens up the area.
Yeah.
Right? The hole.
I would imagine.
The gaping hole that baby left. It just falls out. But no. So I had to go down there, and then I had to go get those clothes, and I had to purchase them from the person and then get her changed.
Did you tell her, like, hey, these have been peed on?
Yeah. I had them in a bag, a Dillard's bag separately. So, yeah. And so I bought them. They're $40, by the way. I won't get into that. I won't rehash my feelings.
What were you thinking?
And she so got wrapped up. She got cleaned up. She left, and she went to the bathroom in there, she said, and at the mall, and she got done, and there was no toilet paper. She had to use the receipt to wipe.
For the pants that she just pissed in and purchased. That's impressive.
It was pretty gross.
That's your girl.
That's my girl, baby.
I tell you what, we got some weird women.
Yeah.
I got one that stinks, and you got one that just can't control her bowels.
We love them.
Yeah, we're lucky, man.
We're lucky, man.
That's pretty impressive, man.
What's been going on with your week?
Man, this week's been good in a good way, in a weird way, too. So, like, I'm just trying not to stress out as much with work. And, last episode we talked about not dedicated.
I've forgotten it as well.
It's the D one. We talked about the D, devotion.
Devotion.
We talked about devotion and just enjoying the moment and being present.
Yeah.
And I've been present a lot here lately, I feel like, with the kids and Whitney, and just getting outside more. And it's been beautiful this week. And about, I don't know, what's today? Sunday. So maybe around the middle of the week, Thursday or so, I was like, it's been nice every day. What am I doing? I'm inside all day working. What am I doing?
Yeah.
And so the day I filmed, which was, I think, Friday, I went in there before and I said, look, I got work to do. I'm going to finish up this audio. And then I gave them a couple options. We can set up the water slide out back. We can go to Lost River Cave, do some hiking, some exploring, maybe vlog the trip a little bit, go get snow, whatever. But let's do something as a family. Let's go enjoy each other. And left the kids' tablets here, left the phones here. We took our phones, but we didn't allow the kids or anything. And we just had a good time. It was good to just stop and put this aside. And it's so weird have you ever heard of the 80-20 rule?
80-20, no.
So there's this rule that says if you work 20% of the time, it's like the less you work, the more you get done. I don't know how that works.
I think my life's living proof that doesn't work.
And there's a little contradictions about it and stuff like this. But if you try to focus on work all the time, it's almost like you can't never get ahead. You're always, behind, it seems like. But if you spend only 20% of the time working, you get more done. I guess it just makes you more efficient. It's like, hey, I got this amount of time to get finished. I got to get this shit done.
Yeah, focus, energy. Yeah. And
I see how that can work. But then I also watch these other guys. It's like, to get shit done, you got to get shit done.
Yeah.
How can you only work on it 20% of the time? But for me, this week, it's really worked. I've set a time. I got to get this knocked out. That way I'm done. That way I can enjoy my evening.
Yeah,
or
and
we can
did
go on a walk.
efficiency. Didn't we do that as a word a couple of weeks ago or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Or we linked it with something.
Yeah,
but yes.
right. Yeah. And I think you're exactly right. That it's like focused energy. And then you get to spend, then there's the balance, right? And then you have, and when you're in balance, everything benefits.
Yeah.
You know, the grind time that everyone's on, it's great if it's all efficient. But if you're just like how I am sometimes sitting at the computer, looking at my phone, just trying to get the energy to do the work, maybe it'd be better if I just walked the dog, got that out of me. Then I sat down fresh minded.
Yeah.
All those worries that I have are not in my mind. I've got those kind of in check, and I can just sit there with what I'm doing. Yeah, I like that. 20%. I'll make sure I'm working less.
Just be careful.
I'll tell my boss that at work tomorrow.
The best way I described it on my podcast episode was like, just don't get comfortable. Don't, just be mindful of your time. Yeah. Enjoy the present moment. So it's like, it's all this stuff, right? And then we're just compacting it into this like paper ball as tight as we can. We're taking the mindfulness, we're taking the focus, we're taking the present moment, we're taking the 20% that we're putting into it, and we're just going to combine it all. Okay, you following me? Or aluminum foil, you pick.
Okay, we got the ball.
Any kind of element. You're just going to compact it all. It's a ball of just a ball of greatness. Okay. And then you're just going to enjoy your day. That's the best way that I could describe it. It's taking all those things.
And that ball is mindfulness. And it's, I think honestly, it's being here. It's being here. It's not being in the future. It's not being in the past.
You can make your ball whatever you want.
2 of them.
I don't know if I used my ball as mindfulness, but it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I think that the mindfulness encompasses all of those great things.
Yeah.
I think everything falls under just being present, being here, being alive. That's what life is, right?
Yeah. It's worked for me. You should try it. If you haven't tried it, half-ass your job and see how that does for you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying don't half-ass. The 20% that you do give it 100%.
Yeah.
Stay focused. Put your phone down like we talked about last episode, which has really worked. Knock your stuff out and then enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah. And then you can 100% relax.
And I have been a little less stressed the past 4 days.
Good.
And I feel good. I have a headache today, but I feel good. I'm glad to be here. I'm grateful for the work that I have to do.
Yeah.
But I'm literally just trying to just be like, look, it's in somebody else's hands.
Yeah.
Let me do what I know to do. And I want to enjoy time with the kiddos.
Yeah.
Work's going to be there all the time. I might not.
Yeah.
You never know. So it's good to take in the kids, take in the wife, and just enjoy it.
Yeah. A lot of people just blink and their life goes by.
Yeah.
You can't, it's a
Fall
sad.
over dead.
Yeah. It's a sad thing.
I don't want that to happen to me. How do you think you're going to die? Did we talk about this? We talked about this
I'd like to go back
early in the episode.
How we're going to die. How am I going to die? I honestly, probably similar to my father, I think the processed food's going to get me.
Yeah. You already have the terminal illness. It's just a matter of time of figuring out what you have.
Well, I'm not like a thrill seeker, so it's not going to be anything like I'm going to explode from the impact of the earth or something, Yeah,
my man's parachute didn't open.
yeah. I would have died from the heart attack prior.
Going up. Before getting on the plane. We're talking about going up the steps to the plane, not up in the air.
Yeah. It hasn't taken off yet. As soon as they start the engine up, heart attack, seizure.
Oh, God, that's so funny.
Yeah, so that I won't die of something probably crazy. It'll probably be a slow, painful one for me. What about you?
Sounds fun. Me, I hope I go in my sleep. I feel like that's what I'll do. I think I will be dreaming.
You think you'll go in your sleep?
Yeah, that or at my desk. It's a 50-50 chance that's going to happen at my desk, to be honest with you. I think I'll go in my sleep.
You think you will?
Know. Yeah.
Or you just want to? You're manifesting this?
Probably.
How old will you be?
Oh, I'm going to live till I'm going to be one of those old fuckers.
You think so? I think you might be too.
Yeah. Just like resilient, like just the other day, I'm running, chasing the kids, jumping off trees and shit, forgetting the fact that I'm 34 years old and these bones aren't built the way they used to be. Thank God I drank a lot of protein and eat my protein, because if you'd have done it, you probably would have snapped your femur. I'll be honest with you. When I hit the ground, there was a split second when I was mid-air, literally didn't move, and I was like, oh, fuck. Seriously. Yeah. And then when I landed, I just immediately, my knee.
Yeah, it's the knee.
It just got this pain in it. You know,
it's the knee now for me, too.
It's always the knee.
Impact now on the knee. Yes. They can't handle it anymore. And then it goes up to the hip, and it's just a combo.
I started walking to Whitney. She's like, well, what'd you do this time? Chasing the damn kids. But I think I'll be old. I think I'll go in my sleep.
Think you could hit 100?
I hope so. I would think so. I'm pretty healthy. For 34, I'm a pretty healthy dude. I probably need to work on some cardio, get my heart up. That's going to be the thing that is going to be the kicker, right? That's cardio. Your engine to the body.
Yeah.
Cardio. It's important. Zeus is knocking on the door over here. It's so important to keep that muscle going. That's the engine to the car, baby.
Yeah, that's the one that might get me if I don't watch it. Remember, because when we first started this, I was running.
Yeah.
And I was all about running cardio. A lot.
How's that going for you?
Let's see here. How many months ago was that?
You went from running at the gym to walking the dog. It's balance, right?
Well, not really, but yeah.
Now we come to the greatest time. The moment you've been waiting for and the moment that I've been waiting for. Guess what time it is? It's Sunday Fun Day. With today's word of the week, I present to you my best friend, Mr. Jordan Hunter.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. The word of the week this week is thoughts. And not thoughts as in like the sluts, right? But thoughts as
interesting.
What your mind thinks. And, I've noticed a lot with some of my buddies, even at the bachelor party, I've noticed that it was a lot of people feel a certain way about like a situation. And when they're talking about it, a lot of times it feels like it's this made up situation that they think another person feels a certain way about them, or they did something to offend them or something. And they chase this rabbit hole all the way down until they're emotionally frustrated and they're anxious and they don't like this person now. And since into the meditation thing, it really has let me take a step back and look at this. And we constantly are chasing our thoughts, and our thoughts really are driven by our egos. And our egos are not who we are. We are the observers, I guess. And the more you allow your body to tell you that these things are true and you believe those, the smaller the world you're making it. We're just one human experiencing one thing. We're too feeble-minded to know if the world's going in a horrible direction or if it's going in a great direction. In 7 years, things are going to look completely different than it is now. And we're always trapped in our minds on these thoughts and these patterns. And the thing that's helped me is like, because me, I get on these trains of thoughts, and sometimes I dig myself down into a rabbit hole and I get stressed or I get anxious and I think everything's falling apart. And all that is chasing an idea that my head came up with that is really not based on hardly any facts.
Yeah.
Hardly any facts. Certainly nothing I know. Could be true. Could not be true.
Right.
But that's the ultimate, right? And that's why you have to be like in touch with what they say, I guess in Buddha, is like your don't know mind.
And then you go down the rabbit holes of research.
Yeah.
Researching these ideas or thoughts.
And then you get on the internet and it confirms everything because you searched exactly what you were looking to confirm.
Yep.
So, and then the people fall in that hole even deeper.
Then you're fucked.
Yeah, because they think they think they're actually getting connection with truth or something. But it's important to look at your thoughts too. And there's some truth in your thoughts about yourself. There's way more truth in their thoughts about yourself than there is about the world around you. And I think it's important to take a step back and look at your thoughts and to accept that you don't know the answers and that it could be something completely different than what you made up in your mind.
Yeah. I'm going to relate to it in a different way, how thoughts play a big role, and thoughts can change your attitude and just put you in a mood, is just like you said at the beginning, as far as like, you're thinking that someone feels a certain type of way about you. Yeah. So then you're getting all upset like, well, why is this person this? the thoughts really in that situation, they don't do nothing for you. They don't do nothing good or nothing bad. You're just wasting energy at that point, chasing the thoughts.
Yeah.
And then you're getting yourself worked up, but there's no good in it, regardless of what it is.
You think that poorly of that person. And then, sorry to cut you off here.
No, you're good.
There's another thing that's like, this idea that we all have many faces of who we are. And so, like, even with me and you being close, I still only see glimpses of who you are. And I paint a picture of who you are based on that. But you're a whole other person outside of my mind.
Yeah.
And especially, like, you know, I've been a bad person when I was younger. And there's some people out there in the world who only saw that one side of me. And they think that I'm a horrific person.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that is just a story that they made up in their mind based off of a singular experience they know of me. They don't know everything that's going on in my life since. They don't know who I am now. Even if they met me right now, they wouldn't know who I am right now. I don't really know who I am right now. You know, we're always changing. We're always showing different things to different people, and they're always seeing glimpses.
Yeah.
But ultimately, that's all it is. We're all only seeing glimpses of things.
Yeah.
We're never seeing the full picture, honestly.
And what sucks is, like, even if that person does see the good, they're going to still see the bad regard.
Yeah.
And then they think, oh, well, that good is just a front or
Yeah.
a fake. It's like,
Another
who the
story
fuck's
they're
this
telling
guy?
themselves.
Yeah. And they get themselves worked up.
Yeah.
And paint this imaginary picture of who you are absolutely not. And then they've wasted energy. Then here they go telling Judy, her little friend,
Oh, God.
about this. And then, you know, Judy tells Susie Rottencrotch the same story. And
they get on Spotted
Yeah.
and BG.
yeah, it's just a wormhole, rabbit hole, Alice in Wonderland thoughts.
Delusion.
Yeah, a delusional, made up, whatever.
Yeah, and it's just not even talked about that this is how we operate, and people are constantly just falling in their own rabbit holes, their own delusions, and that's, I think, you know, we've talked about before, like the idea of us just drawing lines of good people and bad people and judgment a long time ago.
Right.
That's what's happening is you are the one judging, and you're putting these people in these categories.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that person belongs in that category. You just put them there.
Yeah.
Your mind, your delusion, your glimpse of who they are.
That's why I think it's so important. And Whitney has this, she chases her thoughts. Like, women in general, I feel like are the worst. And I hate to draw that line in the sand, but you're
Here's
terrible.
Daniel. You want to hear Daniel's delusion? Here you go. All right.
But in my experience,
Not in mine.
My
Honestly,
wife.
I love them all. I love all the women.
I love women, not Josie, you know what I'm saying? But with Whitney, she does. She chases her thoughts, gets herself worked up for no reason. And then I'm just like, hey, there's no reason to be this way. I think it's so important that you don't let that person's thoughts alter you as a person, regardless if you hear a certain thing from them. That helps me keep like myself being open-minded.
Yeah.
So like if Jimmy comes up and he thinks I'm a shitty person and he treats me like shit, I'm going to go into that open-minded regardless of how he treats me.
Yeah.
And I may be making no sense here, but just bear with me. And then the next time I see Jimmy, I'm like Whitney, in a sense, is going to write him off just because of the thoughts that he's made, whatever. Me, on the other hand, I'm going into open. I'm not going to let his poor attitude that he is built over himself, over his own thoughts of me or whatever, change me and turn me into a person that I'm really not.
And that could
that's
have
why
been
I'm so open-minded.
Maybe
to
you
it.
saw him in a glimpse of a bad moment, and maybe he was in a bad. Maybe it could have been something completely different. Maybe his home life or something that made him in a bad mood. That just so happened that circumstance went poorly with you. Well, you can't take that one. I mean, we do it all the time. Take that one instance that we saw that person and paint the whole picture, and then be like, "Well, I don't want to interact with that person."
Right.
Which, you know, sometimes that saves us and protects us, but sometimes you write off a lot of good people.
Right.
Yeah.
And then but I just feel like you know how you are as a person, or I know how Whitney is as a person. She's a great person. She would do anything for anybody. Don't let that person affect who you are. You know what I mean?
What do you mean with that? The outside person affect
Yeah, Whitney. And then
for her to not let them affect her.
Correct. And then she's that way towards other people just because she was treated this way with that person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I tell her, it's like, don't change who you are based off of one person's experience.
Yeah.
Continue to be you. And if that person does come up again, continue to be you.
Yeah.
But how does someone protect that, or how does someone fix that to not get in their thoughts? What do you think the best advice would be?
I mean, I think talking about these ideas, because to me, like I guess these ideas are out there, but like, it's just a lot of it's like a conclusion you have to come to yourself, or maybe it's like how we do it, where we have a conversation about it, and it's just planting the seed of that idea, and then it'll take her having to do the personal work, right, to get to that point. But ultimately, you know, like I was thinking when you were talking about this, because I think it's really important in a lot of relationships where it's easy for you to see when she's following her thoughts. It's probably hard for when she sees you following your thoughts. Right. But when you're sitting there watching her follow her thoughts, it's very easy for you to see.
Yeah.
Because it's blatant. It happens with me with Kaney. Kaney sees me doing it all the time. And she gets worked up watching me get worked up. She gets mad at me for being worked up. And I do that to her. I get worked up about her being worked up.
Yeah. It's hard for us to see our own mistakes or flaws.
It's especially when you're in it. It really does, honestly, it's about that present moment and the meditation. And knowing the idea of not following your thoughts is the only way to pull yourself out of it in a quick way. Otherwise, it's like you have to go down that rabbit hole till you're miserable, almost pit bottom of that idea to come back. But to me, like lately, I always had like really like hateful thoughts towards myself when I was younger, and even through my 20s and a little bit in my 30s. And like more recently that I've been able to be mindful and interrupt my thoughts, I've caught myself before I say those things to myself, stopping myself and being like, that's just a thought. It doesn't have any power. It's just probably something from my childhood or something.
You're Divergent. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
It's based off of thoughts
something like
and stuff.
autism?
No, it's not a disease. It's so she like her imagination.
We love autistic people, just to let you know. Nothing hurtful here.
Completely.
We just think that we might be on the spectrum.
Yeah, we're on the spectrum. I'm on the spectrum.
We're one of y'all.
We love you. You're one of us. But the Divergent series, there's Divergent, Insurgent, and something else. Just hit Netflix, but you would like it because it's kind of sci-fi, weird shit, you know? This is right up your alley.
Do they bang the aliens?
There's no aliens, but it's some weird shit, but it's cool.
It was like mind control stuff or mind reading.
It's pretty much segregation. New York has built a wall all the way around the city, and they're segregated in these different, like the Divergence.
Like X-Men, mutants and...
Kinda. They're just, you have like the poverty side is called something. There's a smart group. There's the like thrill seeking group.
Which one do you belong to?
I'm the thrill seeking baby.
I guess that's true. I'll be the dumb.
Definitely not the smart group. Okay, we figured that out many episodes ago.
We hate those people.
Yeah, they can fuck off. But so there's like these tests. A divergent means they pretty much can tell when their thoughts are thoughts and like, this ain't real. And so the big people upstairs or whatever, like they can control these other people because they can't control their thoughts. So they're trying to kill all these divergents because the divergent sees the problem with the society of how they're trying to manipulate everybody. And so the divergent can see like you as it's like a simulation.
Yeah.
And the divergent realizes like, this ain't real.
Yeah.
And so the simulation goes away. So they're trying to kill all these fuckers.
That's
crazy.
pretty cool.
It is cool, maybe.
Yeah, because I talked to a buddy last night about it. I think like where we're headed in society is there'll be a kind of a great divide, and I think it'll be consumers, people who can't stop consuming things for their entertainment or whatever. They can't interrupt the cycle, and the people who can interrupt the cycle.
Yeah.
And I think it all starts with mindfulness for your personal self. I think the only way to interrupt the cycle of being just another consumer, getting your money sucked out of your pocket by the corporations is to be mindful. And that's just going to be a huge divide. There'll be a lot of people who just continue being consumers their whole life. Yeah. Who get stuck in it.
I'll tell you what, this episode's a lot smarter than our last ones. I tell you that. Or I at least feel that way anyway.
I don't think we get to be the judge of that, Daniel.
I'm over here just like... you said one word earlier. I don't even know what the fuck that meant. I just went along with it. But it's so weird that
I feel like a wacky person nowadays talking about stuff like this because I know how I would have looked at myself. a decade ago, I'd have been like, this dude has done too many drugs.
And you haven't even touched any.
Yeah. And he gets no chicks.
Yeah. I bet he plays D&D.
Let's pummel this nerd.
It's so weird that my thoughts, it takes a lot for me to get my thoughts. Like it takes really have to be something bad for me.
So you could get more in your thoughts, maybe.
I don't know. I would consider myself a divergent almost. To be, it's weird.
You're a feeling guy.
Yeah.
You have a good gut feeling, which is great because it's like a guide for you into the right things. It's great to be in touch with a lot of people aren't in touch with their gut feeling. Intuition.
Yeah.
It's very important to be having
That's what I tell Cadence all the time. I said, you should have went with your gut. Gut. And my mom has that same ability. It's weird. She's weird about certain things too. And I'm the same way. And 9 times out of 10, it's right, you know. But my thoughts, it takes so much for me to get into it. Almost takes something tragic or something extremely bad. Or, you know, if one person thinks one thing of me, they can fuck off. I'm not going to chase that thought. But if I have 100 people telling me the same thing that person told me that person told me that, then I might get into my thoughts. And that's when I start.
All right, guys, comment section. We need about 100 people telling Daniel.
Something.
Yeah. There's plenty to work with.
Yeah. That's just worthless.
He's worthless.
Dumb. Stupid.
Keep going stupid.
Okay, sorry.
I'll be bleeped.
You know, there's just so much. But yeah, it takes a ton for me to get my thoughts, which is good. But when I do get in them, it's a dark place, and I almost get into the depression mode.
Yeah.
So
because you can't. Yeah. Because you haven't spent that much time like exercising, getting out of it.
Yeah.
That when it happens, it's
for a while.
Yeah.
And then it takes Whitney or my friends and like, you know, to beat me up a little bit.
You're talking about like more like traumatic experiences, which.
Yeah, or not. Well, what I consider traumatic is like, for example, if someone tells me I'm a piece of shit father, one person that I could give 2 shits.
Right.
But if I have 1,000 people telling me I'm a piece of shit father, then I get in my head and be like,
start to think,
am I a piece of shit father?
Because that many people view you that way.
Yeah, it's weird.
What 1,000 people? I mean, how many people actually know you, Daniel?
Not that
actually,
many.
a lot more than people know me. Actually, I take that back.
At a personal level,
know you.
Yeah, at a personal level, not very many.
Yeah, right.
And that's what you have to tell yourself. I feel like is like these people that like if you don't know them at that level, then they don't know you at that level. You know what I mean? So they could all fuck off.
Yeah,
you know,
we're all imperfect. We're all douchebags. We're all like that at some point in our lives, and we're all not. And yet, I heard this from Tom Segura, which is really weird, but he said he likes to view people at who they are at their best. And I think that is who we are. I think at our worst is when we're either confused or our body's reacting to things and then we just do things. And I think when we're at our best, we are good people.
Yeah.
I think it's just being in being in the right mindset and all these things to be at your best. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah. The stars have to be aligned.
Stars have to be aligned a lot of times.
You got to be in a good mood. All the puzzle pieces have to fit perfectly together. But when you are there, that is truly who you are.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
no faking that.
Be. Yeah. That's who you're striving to be. It doesn't mean, we strive for things all the time we don't reach. And that's sometimes we're douchebags when we don't reach it.
Yeah. Like climaxing. I had to put it in there, guys. I had to do it.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I'm a dick when I have blue balls.
Oh, man, that hurts. I don't want to even talk about that subject.
The guys at the Bachelor party were saying that blue balls were not a thing. They were like, I can't believe guys are using that as an excuse still. I was like, no, that's real.
In high school?
High school?
I'm talking cramping.
Oh, yeah, worse than birth.
Yeah, because I was kind of scared to have sex at one point. Because I didn't want to get any girls pregnant.
How did you overcome that? I could use some tips.
You got to get out of your thoughts.
That's a start.
But yeah, it's a real thing, especially in high school.
Yeah, blue balls is definitely real.
Or when you do want to do it and you can't.
Well, it's real. That's why it's a great excuse.
Yeah.
To have.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been around for a long time. But yeah. Get out your thoughts.
And get out your nut.
Don't chase your thoughts. Get out your thoughts.
That's right. Don't get your blue balls with your thoughts.
Yeah. So hopefully you picked up a little something out of that. I think I did. I think you did a good job explaining it. And it just makes me want to just move on to the next thing, man. And I just want to tell you, there's been some stuff on my mind.
Oh, really? Oh, man. I'm so sorry.
I've been pissed off.
Oh, you've been pissed off? Okay.
Yes. Extremely mad.
I can tell you.
To the point to where you ever wanted to just cut off your leg? Cut it off with a bandsaw. I don't even know what that is. I've heard of it before.
Sounds brutal, though.
But this thing just makes me want to be so mad. Actually, it makes me mad. Or in other words, we like to say, what twists our nips?
What twists your nips, buddy?
We talked about this in the beginning. We talked about how we're going to die, and it does not have anything to do with that. But close. Getting old.
Getting old.
Getting old. Getting old.
Makes you mad?
It does, because I enjoy the youthfulness. I enjoy the ability to do certain things, run, jump, play.
I don't miss it.
You're set up for this. You're set up for success.
My poor kids.
Yeah. I mean, when I was chasing the kids at Lost River Cave, jumping off that tree. I mean, honestly, getting old, I know it's a part of life.
Why don't you start doing some yoga in the morning, stretching?
Oh, God, that sounds fucking boring. I would do it if there was something I get out of. Maybe I do get something out of it.
Well, yeah, you get a more youthful body. Oh. Daniel, that's what you're wanting, right?
Yeah. So you have to work for this?
Yeah.
Nothing's free in life, I guess,
No.
So, like, what does yoga do? Is it more of mind thing, or is it like stretching and warming up the body?
Well, I guess it's a little bit of both, right? It puts you in your body, right? It's the mindfulness, putting yourself in your body, I guess. But also flexibility, right?
I guess taking care of your body, too.
Stretching, keeping yourself flexible, baby.
It'll the longevity of feeling young and being able to do certain things. Because there's some 50-year-olds out there that can kick my ass.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, there's more.
Imagine what that would do to you.
Yeah. I don't want to know what they do to my ass. Let them spread the cheeks.
Yeah, that was your butt cheeks. That wasn't your body I was breaking. That was your torso.
Yeah, I mean, them breaking my tailbone in half.
Yeah, man, just getting old, it sucks. I know it's a part of life, but maybe I do start running, doing a little jogging to maybe extend the longevity of my youthfulness.
The flexibility. I think I need to do that. I think I need to start stretching with my meditations in the morning.
Yeah.
And getting the flexibility back. I just feel like if I was more flexible, at least, I know I'm probably not going to get back to being ripped.
No, not going to happen. Not with your testosterone levels at the way that they are.
But I think I could wear some short shorts and do some toe touches in the morning.
Can you touch your toes now?
I don't think so.
I can't. I can put my palms on the ground.
How do you know that?
Because I tried the tank tanning.
Sunbathing, yeah.
Yeah, I tried the, what is it called?
I forgot what I don't remember any.
Perineum sunning.
Sunning, yeah.
I almost said prostate grooming or something. I don't know.
Prostate grooming?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a thing.
Sounds like something Diddy did.
Yeah. Oh, I saw a meme that was so funny that has to do with P. Diddy. This girl peed on herself, and something about they were saying like she P. Diddy'd him. She peed.
P. Diddy.
Peed on him or something like that. It was like a pee joke. Because P. Diddy.
That sounds funny. I like pee jokes.
Yeah, it was funny. I do too. But yeah, man, I'm trying to stay. My brain is here. Like, I'm youthful in my mind. Like, I can look at, dodgeball? Fuck yeah, I can play some dodgeball.
Yeah, you got like a kindergarten, first grade kindergartner brain up there.
Exactly. But if for example, I went to Jump Zone one time, played dodgeball with the kids, and literally felt like I was about to have a fucking heart attack. I was hot.
Oh, your heart rate was up?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I was so hot. My face felt like it was radiating heat like 1,000 degrees.
I think you should just start running. I think you just doing a morning run. A morning run, I think you would love. For some reason in my head,
it's nice
sunrise
out.
happening. You have your coffee when you get back, you get done. That'd be nice. Just like run around the block, shirtless.
Yeah, I feel like that would have to be just like a slow getting, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, never mind. That sounds like a no.
If a bee was chasing me, I do like the earliness, but sometimes I'm slow in the mornings. It takes me a minute. So maybe getting up more early, having the coffee, and then running. But then you run into like possibly shitting on yourself. You know what coffee does to you.
That's true. We can ask Kaney what to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Early morning runs, maybe some walks, maybe just spending more time outside doing the things like that, because it's not every day that I go out and I'm playing dodgeball with the kids or hiking and this and that. But like when I do those activities, I feel it.
Yeah, I feel you.
So maybe just do more of them.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to get used to it. I do want to bring up before we end here that so my first week without Kaney.
Oh yeah,
Kaney's in Thailand, right? And I love you, baby. I miss you so much.
Yeah, we both miss you so much.
But honestly,
I really don't care if you stay there forever.
I've been taking care of business around the house.
I'm proud of you.
I've been scooping the litter. I've been walking the dog every day. What else have I done? I made the bed.
Tell her about Bucky?
I didn't make about him peeing on the pillow. Well, I did drop the ball on that. I did tell her about that as well. Yes. Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I haven't fully washed that pillow yet. Good. Thank you for reminding me. But everything's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Honestly.
How long has she been gone?
6 days.
Yeah. Give it another week.
Yeah. So we're going to be documenting my period of solitude over the next month. And so we'll see how long I hold it together and how far it falls apart before she gets back.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the before and after photos. Just take photos around the house.
I'll take a photo today, and then we'll take a photo before she comes back.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What about the trash? Did you get the trash to the road?
No.
You missed trash day?
Yeah.
I knew it. That's so funny.
But that was the day we took her to the airport.
Oh, okay.
So I get a pass on that. So we'll see.
Do you really, though? You could have done it the day before. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Which is funny because I actually do have an alarm the day before at like 4 p.m. when I get off work to take the trash to the road, and I didn't do it.
But what? Oh, that was the day y'all were kind of like partying it up. Or no, we went out to eat. Yeah, she left the next morning, right?
No, that was Sunday. Oh. Monday, I had the alarm.
Gotcha.
Because trash is Tuesday, right?
Oh. Ours is Wednesday.
See, that's how confusing it is.
Yeah. I always thought when I was a kid, trash day was the same for everybody.
I thought that was
it's definitely not the case.
They just worked one day.
I know. Me too. To be 100%. That's clearly not the case.
I can't believe I've never thought of that. That's genius.
I mean.
Do they do Sundays? They don't do Sundays or Saturdays probably, huh? It's probably a normal job.
Probably, yeah. What a job, though. Could you imagine being a trash man?
Yeah.
They get good benefits, hazard pay.
I'm basically a trash man right now, Daniel.
That's true. And, yep, I'm going to forget the trash this week.
I'm always picking up old ladies' dirty underwear.
Well, guys, we appreciate you tuning in.
Sniffing it.
Let's all say a quick prayer for Jordan, whether that's to God, Buddha, Thanos, whoever you need to. Thanos is a Greek god, right?
A Greek god. I think he's the Marvel Universe guy.
Oh, God. I'm thinking of Thor.
See, we all live in delusions.
Just say a quick prayer for both of us, okay? At this point, just pray for both of us, especially me. Me over him. He gets the leftover prayer that's left. I probably need it more. But honestly, thanks for tuning in. It's always a fun time here with Jordan. And hopefully it's a fun time for you guys as well. Be sure to share the episode if you've enjoyed it, whether it's on Facebook or just sending it to a friend. But most importantly, go catch up on some shorts over on YouTube. If you're not big into the full episodes, go check out the highlight reels over on our YouTube channel. Lots of cool stuff over there.
Absolutely. A lot of effort put into them. Don't make me feel like I'm wasting my time.
Yep. Well, whether we're young and reckless or old and dead, always remember, I'm Daniel.
I'm Jordan.
And we're Daniel and Jordan. We'll see you next time
Latro.